Hello there and welcome. In this video, we're going to show you how to build a facility manager inside of Softr. So what is a facility manager and why should you have one? Facility managers are useful for keeping all of the lease related information in a single place so that all of the facilities can be kept up to date and everything works correctly. This is essential to provide an excellent customer service experience and amazing customer support as well. Lucky for you, a Softr, aka the amazing application that you're watching the YouTube video of right now, make sure to hit that like button, is nice enough to give you a template for. We have templates for a myriad of different other apps that you can utilize. If you go to our website, softr.io/templates, you will find all of them there. As with the rest of our tutorials, you'll notice that there is two different options that we're going to go through. First, if we press preview, we can see that there are two different user groups that are here. One is the facility manager and one is going to be the contractor. So first and foremost, if we want to take a dive into what these look like, we can press use template to connect things and get started. So after we press use template, I'm going to connect this to my Airtable account and then connect this, copy the base to my Airtable account, and then we're going to take a look at all of the different bases that are held within here. First of all, we have tasks. So the different tasks that are taking place at the different facilities, who they're assigned to, and then we actually have the facility table right here. So for example, this HP printer, this corner desk, and this drawer unit. And we have the different buildings that they're in and the locations that they're in, as well as what condition these different facilities are in, when the next maintenance should be, and when the last maintenance was, and who is responsible for it. And we can take a look here and you'll see that there's an items database. It has all of those different items that we just talked about, categorized into different sections like storage, furniture, appliances, and then with a brief description, see what these are all about. And if I clicked on this, it would bring us to the IKEA URL for this item. Then we have a table for locations, the buildings, comments, and last but not least, the staff and users, which have the two different user group roles that are within this system. Very quickly, if we go into this preview and look at the facility manager, as with the rest of our templates, there is a mild distinction between the two different user groups, usually associated to the administrative or higher level role, which in this case, as you can see, is the facility manager. It's another word to look out for in all of our templates. Is going to be able to usually see more things or add more things within the application. So for example, you can see right away, a manager is going to be able to add buildings. So if I press add here, we have the option to add a picture, building name, provide address, select the city that's already within our system, and then select the building's type. They can see the different item conditions, and the items themselves and those different facilities are going to have a filtered list of tasks. So for example, Tom right here has a to-do that's assigned to him. The way that this works is within our Softr application, after we create it, we can take a look at our homepage and scroll down to this Your Facilities tasks. If I go to visibility, you'll see that this is only visible by the facility manager, and this is filtered to be logged in user's email is what shows up here. Where if we are not a facility manager, but are instead an administrator, we see the all tasks here. And as well, if we are a contractor, we see the all tasks section too. Now, when it comes to that additional button that we showcased here, if we go to the action section, we'll see that this button is exactly what I was referring to. Now, all users can add a building here. So this is different than some other systems where, for example, we could pick, rather than who can see this button, we could pick logged in users and then pick a specific user group like contractor or facility manager would make more sense, and admin, to prevent the contractors from adding the buildings. So for example, if I were to go into the system after publishing and changing that setting, go into my users, once this syncs with my Airtable base, we can pick the person that is Tom here, that would be the contractor, grab their magic link, paste it into a new tab, and then from there, we would see that within our app, we cannot see the add building option. However, if we were to utilize the Austin one, as you can see, Austin is a facility manager. He can add the building still. Now, both of these levels have the ability to go into their respective tasks. So if we click on this task, for example, it'll open up a modal view that will showcase more information about the task. we are allowed to put in comments. And after a comment is put in this space, for example, I did my job to fix this, and then comment this, it will stay right here. You see Austin left the comment at this specific time, and it will show up within the comments table as well. You also have the option to update this task. So if we go into our Softr app and go to task details, you'll see that there is an option in this action view we click on this, logged in users can see it. We can fix it to be a specific user group if we wanted, like to the facility manager rather than the contractor. But regardless, as it stands, this is set to have you be able to update the picture, the name, status, facility, the email, assignee, and location. The same goes for the facility details page. So at the top here, we have multiple different pages, not just this dashboard. We have a section to register item, which is this form. We have a section to create a new task, and we also have the option to register a new facility. And then down here, we click on any of these, we will go into the facilities detail page, which has a very similar update button where you can update the different information and comments can be left as well. And it'll very nicely showcase the facility image in this section right here. You can even click on it and see the different pictures of the facility, and it will zoom in on it. Unlike other templates that you'll see, you'll notice that all of these pretty much just take us to the different forms with an auto scroll. So when I click this, it moves me, which is a nice change from some of the other ways that I've seen different apps be navigated. If you want any of those different items to change on the homepage, or you want them to go to their own specific page, you can always take one of these and create its own new page. So for example, rather than having a create a new task or register a new item section on the homepage, what I could do is I could take a page, call it register an item, press save. Then I can go back to the home page, take this form and click on the copy to, utilize the facility management one, find the register an item page, and then delete this one out and go to the register an item page. Now this itself is going to work, but in order for the page to work, we'll need to click on one of these headers by going back to the home page and go to the register an item. And rather than doing this home backslash with the hashtag that associates with the section of the page, aka the block that is the register a new item, what we can do is we could actually go to the register an item page. Now this scroll to section is the action that it currently is, but we can change that to add action, open page, and then do register an item. Or we could have it be register an item done in the other format, which would be add action, open modal, and then pick register an item. Change the size of what it would be. Let's do medium here. Then when I press published and I open this in a new tab, now when I click register items, a modal will pop up with the form. As you can see as well, the contractor and the manager have two different navigation bars where the contractor can't register items or facilities because they can't see those. On the top, they only can see buildings and tasks. If we log in once again as Tom, you can see that pretty easily, as the top will just have a scroll to these two sections rather than being able to see all of it. Facility management templates like this one are awesome for keeping all of your different physical items up to date so that you don't have to worry about whether things are being kept up. And that is one of the hardest things when you have so many physical goods, or assets rather, inside of your workplace. It's just hard to keep them up. If you really like this video, you're gonna find more ones just like this. So make sure to subscribe and check out this video on how to improve your skills using Softr even more.